everyone, I hope you're all well. Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a little bit of a different video today than what I'm used to. I'm used to having kind of like a set plan of what I'm going to say, but I'm just going to have a big chat with you. I got asked by someone on Instagram if I could record a video on how I lost my weight. I've lost around 10 to 12 kilos. About 2 years ago, I put that on. And yeah, so I've lost weight, and to be honest, it's not a thing that I'm like that I like to talk about. It's just kind of like it happened. And yeah, to be completely honest with you, I don't really focus on nutrition. Even though I am a health coach, health for me is all about lifestyle factors. So when you come and health coach with me, it's talking about primary foods. So they're not physical foods that you eat. They're things like your relationships, your finances, your physical activity, your, your social life. And if one of those things are out of balance, your whole life is out of balance. I focus on that stuff first. And then of course, we tailor a diet that suits you. And I don't like to call them diets either. It's just, a healthy, sustainable way of eating. So just to rewind a little bit, I have always generally, like pretty much my whole life, been this weight that I am now. And before I really begin, I just want to stress to you all that this video, the intention behind it is not to be one of those weight loss videos. I don't want to, show you my diet and you do and copy exactly what I've done. Like, I don't want it to be like that at all. And my intention is to kind of do the complete opposite and make your, this journey in your own loving way. So whether it is to lose weight or whether it is to tone up, you don't have to come from this place of exhaustion. You don't have to come from this place of like, I'm working out because I hate my body. You have to come from a place of unconditional love. So that's just what I want to say. I have a different height to you. I have a different lifestyle to you. Just so many things are different that you cannot take on board everything that I've done and make it your own, because you might not get the right results. You might really hurt or injure yourself, and you might become really sick. So again, my health coaching studies, I studied at the Institute of Integrative Nutrition, IIN, and it's all about bio-individuality. So one person's food is another person's poison. So what works for me might not necessarily work for you, and that's okay. So it's about finding foods that fit you, finding, exercise that agrees with you. Sometimes high intensity workouts, might do the complete opposite for someone. Sometimes people need more yin practices, and sometimes people need more yang practices. So I just want to kind of tell you how I lost 12 kilos, because it is pretty interesting, and I don't want this video to be about you taking on board my like what I've done, because I didn't even really know that I was doing it, to be honest, but I did. So if you haven't seen my last video or videos before, I popped up something called Suicide to Self-Love, and it's my story about a time in my life where I had a very significant low. So if you haven't seen it, I'll pop the link in the description. You can have a look. So I ended up in hospital, and fun fact about hospital, guys, they feed you seven meals a day. So on top of that, I had never taken medication before going into hospital. I would get like a migraine, and I would run down to the ocean, step my feet in the sand, and just breathe, and that would help cure my migraine. So when I went into hospital, they were like, you need to take this medication. And I'm like, I literally had like a breakdown at one stage. Like, I was holding them in my hand, and I could see it was like just 3 or something, and still, oh God, too many for me. Some medication is not a bad thing. I just want to stress that. But from going like, I wouldn't even take Panadol to this, like very intense drugs, it was very, very overwhelming. This moon's just like, it's like looking over me. So I actually remember this like pivotal moment where I was staring, and the nurse was like, you have to take it. And I was like, I don't want to. And I just like bawled my eyes out. She had to call the doctor, and he was having dinner at home and I had to go on the phone to him, and pretty much he was like, if you don't take it, then like you're getting kicked out. And to be honest, I really enjoyed hospital. It was a really great place for me to heal. And so I took them. Anyways, one of the medications that I took in particular, it is like inevitable that you put on weight with it. So eating 7 meals a day, taking this one tablet, I put on like 10 to 12 kilos in less than 2 months. I didn't even know that was like physically possible. But I decided in hospital that I was going to make my self-love and my self-care like my biggest priority. So what I looked like on the outside, it didn't really affect me. But it was interesting to see that it was affecting a lot of other people. My mother. Don't tell her. So yeah, a lot of other people's insecurities were reflected back to me, like, oh, Nikki, you're gonna wear that dress, you're gonna wear that skirt, you're gonna wear that cozy. I don't know about that. And I just totally embraced it. I was like, you know what, I don't want to say names, but someone called me fat. And I decided to be like, screw it, I'm going down to the beach. I put on like just a one piece, but like it was like really high sides, and I just like took some sexy photos, sent them to my best friend Carrera and Sally, and I just felt really sexy. And I just tried to just eliminate this thought of, okay, yeah, cool, I put on weight, but why do I have to stress about it? I just spent my whole time in hospital stressing about the fact that some doctors think that I have bipolar. I don't need to worry about my weight. I'm trying to work on what's in here. So that's what I did. I just, you know, I love myself unconditionally. This is my body that I'm in right now. I accept it. I love you. I'm going to work for you, not against you. I'm going to go for runs. I went to F45. I tried all different other gyms as well. And I started to see the weight coming off. But it wasn't this thing that I'm like, I'm going to lose weight. It was just like, I'm just going to work for my body because it feels good inside. So, also when I got out of hospital, I decided to go into like do a lot of like natural kind of therapy. So I was doing like a lot of Reiki energy healing, a lot of like spiritual energy healing with my beautiful healer, Betty McGill. She is absolutely incredible. And it came to the point where I was just so grounded, and I just knew that the medication that they'll give me did not fit me. And I stress to you, if you need medication for any reason, take it, but this is my personal story. So it didn't fit me, and I decided to let it go, and it was just a really effortless process for myself. So a lot of toxins were starting to eliminate from my body. I started becoming a lot more aware of what I ate. Again, in hospital, they feed you wedges 7 times a day, like even dessert, like want a wedge? Like, it was ridiculous how many wedges they gave you, and just like endless amounts of Tim Tams and chocolates. Like they overfed you. At the time it was like amazing, but yeah, it was nuts, and it doesn't really help the person get better, because diet is so important for your mental state as well. So a lot of detoxing spiritually and, you know, energetically, along with like running and just starting to put some good stuff back into my diet. And then all of a sudden I just decided that I wasn't really feeling chicken and meat and any red meat. I still ate a bit of seafood, but I just no longer felt the pull to eat that. And it's nothing really against it. I don't want any people who are vegan attacking me because I still eat fish. I don't really want any meat eaters being like, but it's just my body. For some reason, fish, that kind of protein agrees with me, and the others, like, I just felt really heavy. So I listened to my body, and that is now my diet. I have a non-negotiable where I try to have a smoothie a day, a green smoothie. So no matter what, I'll eat whatever I want to eat during the day, but I have to have that one green smoothie. Also on top of that, I teach about 9 to 10 classes of yoga a week. So again, if you wanna do what I do, go out and teach 10 classes of yoga a week. Or you can just go to a class, I guess. But like what I'm trying to say is, don't make my story your own and don't go out and do all this. But yeah, I teach 10 classes a week. Like, I am a very active person. For a long time, I just did yoga. And then all of a sudden I was like, I have so much yin energy in me, very that I need to be able to go to the gym, lift some weights, get a little bit crazy, and allow my yang energy to just flourish. And so that's what I did. And then all of a sudden, like within weeks, like my whole body just toned up. Not necessarily my weight kind of stayed the same, but yeah, like literally toned up. So I think just a combination of doing the yoga, also just incorporating just 2 kind of high intensity workouts for me, and a little bit of cardio, and just eating a diet that feels good. So I still eat pizza when I want. I'm pretty gluten intolerant, but I have this love-hate relationship for wheat. It's my own personal struggle that I'm dealing with. That's another story. So anyway, I try to eat a balanced diet. I eat chocolate when I want to eat chocolate. And the number one key is, if you want your craving, you got to earn your craving. And I don't mean by like go on the gym. I mean, you got to like look at it and be like, okay, do I want this chocolate bar? And just sit with it for a bit, like have a few breaths. Like, is it gonna serve me? Is it gonna make me feel awesome? Sometimes the answer is hell yeah. After you take a few breaths, if it's like 100% yes, enjoy it every little bit. If you have any sense of anxiety or any sense of like guilt about eating it, then your whole body's just gonna hold on to that, and yeah, you're done. Just enjoy the food if you're gonna eat it. If you've decided, yeah, I'm just gonna eat that burger, well then enjoy it, because it's going into your stomach anyway, okay? So now that I go to the gym, I like go on the rower, and so this is one thing that I do, and every row that I take, oh my God, I've never told anyone this before, so people are gonna see me at the gym and be like, oh my God, she's doing that in her head. So when I row, I say an affirmation. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I deeply and completely love and accept myself, okay? That's my secret. So my biggest advice for you is listen to your own unique body. Check in with yourself. Does this food feel good for me? How do I feel after eating it? Do I really want that chocolate bar? If I'm gonna eat it, don't feel guilty. Does this exercise fit my build? Am I thriving in it, or am I feeling depleted? Maybe I need to stretch more. Maybe I need to drop into meditation more. Maybe I need to start to begin to love myself. And that is how I lost 10, 12 kilos. I unconditionally loved myself. So I'm just going to quickly show you a few photos. I don't think I was ever fat, but this is me being 60 kilos. 62. And then this is me now. And I'm about 50, 49, 50. I'm coming from a good place here. I just hope that you guys see that. Of course, when you talk about weight, it's just going to have a very, there's a lot of controversy around weight and things like that, but I'm just coming from a good place. This is what's helped me. I hope that I can shine some light, but just freaking love yourself. You are the only you, and you have to spend the rest of the life with yourself. So make yourself your biggest priority. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you can click the thumbs up button. And yeah, there's lots of more videos to come. I'm a little bit like slack on this stuff, but it's fun when I do it. Love you guys. Bye.